Would you try to open a can with a corkscrew or a bottle of wine with a can opener? No, because structure must facilitate purpose, otherwise effort becomes futile and time and money are wasted. The opening sequence shows 3 items. They are all openers, but their structure, that is the design and arrangement of their constituent parts, varies according to purpose. 2011 is the 100th anniversary of the publication of F.W. Taylor's book, Principles of Scientific Management. Taylor's goal was efficiency. His philosophy was that all human endeavours should be structured to achieve maximum efficiency. Taylor was always working towards the one best way to accomplish a task. Today, Taylor is often thought of as the founding father of scientific management. His basic philosophy was taking a job and breaking it down into the smallest possible tasks, recruiting, training and rewarding people to complete those tasks as efficiently as possible, with all planning and decision making carried out by managers. This today has become our paradigm for getting things done. We can see Taylor's principles at work not only in business but also in our schools, hospitals, government and not-for-profit organisations. While the scientific or efficiency paradigm has been very successful for us in the past, it cannot meet our needs in the future. There are some major, sometimes fatal flaws in the efficiency paradigm. It thrives only in a stable environment, does not readily facilitate the development and use of soft skills such as communication, teamwork and problem solving. It usually kills all creativity and innovation. And when we lose sight of the needs of people, it can deceive us into becoming efficiently ineffective. Imagine going to work each day and not being able to use the washroom. How would this affect your health and well-being? What would be the impact on your productivity and work quality? A workplace without functioning washrooms would not only be bad for us and the company, it's also illegal. When school councils were first introduced in Welsh secondary schools as a legal requirement, it gave the students an official voice for the very first time. What was the number 1 on the agenda for the students? During conversation with those who were helping the schools develop their councils, the subject that came up was washrooms where students felt safe and washrooms that had lockable doors and a supply of toilet paper and soap. As far as could be ascertained at that time, there was no budget for such improvements to be made. A few days later, while meeting with a team of health professionals, one of the topics for discussion was the increasing number of urinary tract and bowel infections in the 11 to 16 age group. Now perhaps this was just a coincidence, but could it be that overlooking the needs of students in the education system was actually adding to the burden on the health system? Was this an example of being efficiently ineffective? Not to mention the effect on the health and well-being of the students. To be effective, a top-down strategy requires a response from people at all levels, especially those at the bottom of the hierarchy. In other words, efficiency must be balanced with effectiveness. At first glance, it seems these concepts of efficiency and effectiveness are very similar. However, we need to look at them in relation to purpose. A good way for us to see the efficiency paradigm at work is the production line. Everything and everyone structured to get as much done with the least amount of resources. On the other hand, we can see the effectiveness paradigm at work in an ant colony. The working of an ant colony looks random and chaotic compared to the working of a production line. Yet each ant, though it has no one telling it what to do or overseeing its activity, knows exactly what to do for the good of the whole. Ants are said to be one of the most successful species on the planet. So the effectiveness paradigm does not sit well in the minds of people committed to the efficiency paradigm. If the people with the efficiency paradigm believe that it is the one best way, and therefore the only way things should be organised, then the idea of the effectiveness paradigm will be aborted before birth or terminated at the first signs of life. But we believe that the two paradigms can coexist. we would go as far as to say they must learn to live and work together if the challenges of the 21st century are to be met and overcome. Our personal conviction is that without balancing efficiency with effectiveness, our current way of life and work in the Western world, based on the efficiency model alone, is unsustainable. Here is the greatest challenge for the efficiency paradigm. The people at the top will have to give away power, authority, and resources to the people at the bottom, the most important resource being time. Imagine a society where the sick and their carers help shape healthcare, criminals and addicts help shape their rehabilitation, the homeless and the unemployed help shape social services. My guess is that the two groups least likely to participate in the effectiveness paradigm are government and business, yet these are probably the two groups that have the most to gain. In the last general election in Canada, over 7 million eligible voters did not participate. Almost 30% of this group said they could see no point in voting. This suggests to me that political parties and politicians have a credibility crisis on their hands. Why? Because research by Mori suggests that most young people under 18 have an active interest in who governs their country and what decisions are going to be made that will affect their future. The effectiveness paradigm would change this status quo. It may well be that if business does not allow the effectiveness paradigm across its threshold, the result will be a total worldwide economic collapse, a bankruptcy that will make our current financial crisis look like an everyday case in the small claims court. Giving people a voice, consulting them on the decisions that affect them, and giving people a choice, allowing people to shape or make decisions that affect them, is going to require an organic approach to working with people, allowing them the time and supplying the resources they need to grow into a new and different future for the benefit of all. Where can the effectiveness paradigm help you right now? Wherever there are groups and teams that are stuck, that is, they have reached an impasse and settled for the status quo. And whenever effort seems futile and time and money are being wasted, we at Dynamism Consulting can help. We can do this by taking a snapshot, a Polaroid picture so to speak, of the current situation, then designing and implementing practical workshops that have real outcomes and lead to quick wins, providing a rapid return on your investment. Dynamism Consulting will enable you to balance efficiency with effectiveness. That's our guarantee. Are you ready for the Dynamism Challenge?